we kicked off?
Yeah, we're kicking off. I mean,
right.
we can start. I could start it whenever, but
My,
I figured I'd start recording.
I bought shitty beer for the reason of buying headphones, and because technology moves faster than I would like it to, they are Bluetooth and fucking useless. So
you've bought those?
I bought Budweiser. I bought Budweiser beer.
Oh,
and it
came with
headphones.
free headphones.
Don't need them.
And so now you still have to wear these ones that leave black things all over your ears.
That's not the issue. The black things. It's just the goddamn cord. I needed something with not a fucking 3-foot cord.
Well, you could probably get something pretty cheap, or an extender.
Yeah, well, extender. Yeah, Jesus, it's gonna cost the same as headphones.
Yeah, much less than a case of beer.
I'm pretty sour. I listened to
as sour as that cooler I just smelled.
Oh, that's bad. I left rotting pineapple in my cooler over a heat wave week. Found it on the porch. Hey, my brand new cooler. I'll just pop this open.
Yeah.
And a skeleton of just pineapple stink punched me in the face. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was a ghoul.
You might have ruined pineapple for me. Right now, I'm not craving pineapple. That's for sure.
I'm craving pineapple that doesn't smell like a banshee.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is the worst. So
why are you sour?
Oh, because I listened to a podcast today of ours, and I can't believe anyone listens to it. So I'm gonna try my hardest to keep my tongue in the front of my mouth and try to subdue the speech impediment.
Really?
That being said, I'm also gonna have like 4 or 5 beers during this podcast, so we'll see how that goes.
I would say that it's more annoying to listen to you try not to do it than to just let it come out naturally.
Well, that's debatable for me anyway.
You don't have to listen to it, though. That's the thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't have to listen to it. I mean,
that's how I feel about haircuts, actually.
I don't have to look at it.
Like, I don't really have to look at it.
I don't got to look at it.
Yeah.
I don't got to look at this swastika tattoo on my forehead.
Well, yeah, maybe that's pushing it.
Yeah, well, you got to exaggerate these things to figure out where you stand.
So there's a limit.
There's a limit.
Yeah, there is a limit.
Yeah. I'd rather you not get a shitty haircut. I think you shouldn't get one either. I got brutalized. I don't know if you saw this haircut.
I don't think it looks that. Oh, actually, you did point out the side that's really bad.
Oh, it's wild. It's easily the wildest haircut ever.
It doesn't look bad from here.
It's fine. It grew in. It's fine. But it was like the most hilarious haircut. There's like just clipper marks.
Did you go somewhere new?
At the same place, but it was like a 70 or 80-year-old man that, like, I think he just like, I'm going to try cutting hair. He normally just like hangs out and just like reminisces about once being able to cut hair. And he's like, well, you know what? Get over here, kid. And it's like jump in the chair. I'm like, hey, this old guy he's probably got some chops, you know? Nothing.
Nothing.
Clippers only. Buzzing just rectangles.
He lost it a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole talent just went out the window.
Joseph. Up yours, bud. You're past your prime.
Right. I think I know where you're talking about.
The Oshawa Center.
Oh, no. Never mind.
It was Joseph himself at the Oshawa Center.
I guess there's a lot of Joseph haircutters out there. Or barbers.
Giuseppe's, yeah. They changed it to Joseph to fit in.
So did you never figured out which Rick Moranis movie you were talking about?
Yeah, I did. And it was for some reason we're going to have a lot of Rick Moranis problems on the show. Because it wasn't him.
It wasn't Rick Moranis.
No.
Here you are mistaking
it wasn't,
Rick Moranis.
I don't know.
Again
for this time for Richard Dreyfuss. Mm-hmm. And Richard Dreyfuss was in a movie called Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, no, that's pretty popular.
Yeah. I know. I'm aware of its popularity. And I don't know why we were talking about it. It was that tone I remember.
Yeah.
Was the tone?
Well, we were talking about horror movies, and then we were like, oh, maybe next time we'll get into sci-fi. And then you were like, you like that Rick Moranis movie.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I'm glad you listened to it, though, because I was curious how much you'd actually remember of that one.
Well, I listened to it today, yeah.
Yeah.
For that very purpose. Like, I got to know what I did back there. I went to the beer fest. It's not a beer fest.
Rib fest.
It's a rib fest.
It was a beer fest for you.
I didn't have any ribs. I did not eat one morsel of food at that
No
thing.
way.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
I probably had like 10 beers and then came back here and started just hollering them back in my head again. Just dumb. But anyway, I survived. We made some media.
Yeah, something that apparently people are listening to, so whatever.
Did we release it today?
That went up today. Yeah.
Neat.
Which this will go up in a week. So it went up last week.
I like how we got that. Okay. I like how we got that going. We got a weekly discipline going.
I might be a little loopy. I didn't get good sleep last night. I was in a sleep lab, and it was fucking weird.
Oh, I forgot about that. Why were you in a sleep? Because of the apnea thing.
Yeah, I snore like crazy apparently. So
Have you tried any like those little dumb fix-its like the
strap? The
tape
on your nose. No, I haven't tried those, but I might because that mask was fucking terrible. This was the second time I did one.
I can't imagine.
The first time I did it, first time I did it's fucking so crazy. I don't know how they deduce if you have sleeping problems when they strap a billion things to you and be like, good night.
Just relax.
Good night.
Like nothing's happening.
And then the morning there's a questionnaire that's like, how was your sleep? Anything abnormal?
I have no idea how to do that.
On a 0 to 10, was your sleep just like normal? Or was it abnormal?
What I found most abnormal was the billion wires taped onto my eyelids. And
the electrodes stuck in my hair and running through my clothes down to my shins. And
that's hopeless. Yeah, I could never do that. I could never sleep with that kind of shit going on.
The guy who hooked me all up the first time and this time, he looks like identical to Tobias Funke from... Yeah, like he looks like David Cross, but like the Tobias version
of David Cross.
Yeah, and even the way he talks, it's just fucking hilarious. And he makes good friends with you the whole time he's hooking it up. He's like, just being nice. What do you do for work? Asking questions. We're fully chatting it up. I feel like, oh, this guy's really like he's making it comfortable, Right. So it's because it's a weird thing, and you're kind of in this like really sterile hotel room, like, and it's like.
Is it an actual hotel? They do
no,
that?
it's like clinic. In a doctor's office, but there's like...
God, I can't imagine having to go through that. That would be super hopeless for me.
And so you're laying down, and you can pick the temperature you want and all this business, and he hooks you all up. You got straps around here, and he's like around your chest, and straps around your gut, and straps like all over. He's got you all hooked up, and then basically you have like a wire ponytail coming off the top of your head that he's taped together, and you got about 1.5 feet, and then it plugs into the wall right above your headboard. And then once he's got it all set, he's like, okay, good night, clicks the lights off, dark, walks out the door. And it's like...
That's hopeless.
This was at 11?
11?
I don't go to bed till 1.
Oh, really? See, I go to bed at 11.
Maybe.
That's surprisingly late, I would have said. Like, I would have thought a sleep clinic would be like, okay, be here for 7 o'clock.
Maybe it was 10, and then I probably eventually fell asleep around 11. I think it was maybe 10:30, and like between 10 and 11. Anyways, it was way earlier than...
Did you go to work today?
No. I had today off. So, but that was like just so fucked because he clicks off the lights, shuts the door. He's like, "Good night," slams the door, and you're sitting there, and there's this blinking red camera up in the corner.
Oh God!
And you're just kind of like, "What the fuck?" And I laid there, rolled around for a while. I woke up this morning. Oh, they strapped this thing to your finger, your fingertip. That I guess
they wanted the pulse for the hospital.
Checks your pulse, so they strap it around, they tape it on real tight, and like for the first bit, you're kind of like, oh, that seems tight, but whatever, it's not that bad.
It would make it very difficult. To
I woke up at 5 a.m. In excruciating like pain my fingernail. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? This is the worst. I was like, I just want to get the hell out of here. It was so, and he's like,
hopeless,
how many hours do you think you got sleep? I was like, oh fuck, maybe.
You'd think they just outsource that whole thing
maybe
where they'd be like, look, we're going to hook
max.
up a whole thing at your house and you can pay us $500. And I would not hesitate for that.
I probably would have paid that to do it at home.
Yeah. Do the in-home thing.
Let me do it at home.
We're never going to get any conclusive information here.
I mean, I did wake up, but like my hours are all fucked. And like I got like, it was like a 4-hour cat nap, not a real sleep. So I woke up and I was like, do I feel more refreshed because I had this mask on? And I was like, maybe. And then like went home. Got the podcast already, uploaded, ate breakfast, had a coffee, and then like 11:30, I was like, I can't keep my eyes open.
Fuck.
I had to have a nap. I was fucking done.
Fucking straight out, man.
So highly recommend that.
Yeah. Well, not gonna happen. I don't care how bad I get. I'm never ending up in a sleep clinic. We haven't even introduced the podcast yet.
Well, yeah. Okay. So anyone who happens to be hopping on during episode 5, my name is Mike Smith.
Right.
I'm with my buddy right here, Justin McDonald.
I am, a.k.a. the Travago guy. And we are...
What, the guy in like the stained T-shirt who tries to sell you hotel rooms?
Yeah, the homeless guy. He stands with the unironed shirt.
I always tell Gord that he looks like that guy.
They just pulled him in off the street, being like, "Come on, you're okay. You're doing a show.
What do you think the real person that was supposed to be in that commercial looked like? Because that guy's not him.
Probably like a very dapper man that doesn't smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, that guy smokes hard. For sure.
Yeah. I have no idea what that guy's appeal is supposed to be.
And he's been back.
Yeah.
They got him back like over and over again.
Well, I think it's one of those, I guess, not field testing. What is it called? Panel testing? Or like they test.
Oh, yeah. They focus
focus
groups.
Groups. That's right.
Focus groups.
And then they found that if they just keep the same publicity person there. So you got that girl that does
branding, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you got that girl that does all the insurance with the lipstick. She's got like the bobby cut.
I don't even have cable, man. I've seen that guy because
She
he's
wears an
on
apron
something
or
I watched
something.
The Cottage, but
She's silly and pretty.
It's Travago again?
No, it's
Is it
another one.
something else?
I think it's Progressive Insurance.
Yeah.
It's always like a white background, blue apron lady. She's super nice. I mean,
I think these commercials are great, and if any of them want to sponsor the podcast,
oh, actually, we already have a sponsor. We have a sponsor. Yes,
who's the sponsor?
Today we're proud to be brought to you by Denny's. Denny's, you know what you're getting. I've made it my own slogan for Denny's.
I like it.
I
think they're gonna love it.
I think they're gonna love it too. I think. Well, we'll have to tag them in this. Be like,
Denny's is only open from what, like 11:30 at night till about 6 in the morning.
I think it's a 24-hour operation, man.
Right? Those are the only hours I've ever been there.
I think
after the bar.
The only time it shuts down is when they're like just hauling a dump truck of just drunks out of there, and then
yeah,
like it just
they tell people they're closed. Sorry, buddy, you got to get out of here. We're closed. It's like, it says 24. You're drunk. Get out of here.
And then they got to just ship in another just giant raw meat carriage of just other garbage that they just serve.
What's that one thing called, the bodega, or like I don't know what it's called. It's like a fucking skillet of garbage.
Yeah, it's all garbage. I'm pretty sure there's a dump truck that pulls up to the place with a hose, and the hose just says has an arrow on it, and underneath the arrow it says Denny's. And they just form it into any food.
They've got like this funnel on the roof.
It's just this goo that comes in, and they just put it in the hamburger press. They put that in the nacho press, and everything just put
Play-Doh.
that in the.
It's like a Play-Doh. It's like
exactly
the
the old
Play-Doh
machine guy. Put that in the moons over my hammy machine, and it just squirts out moons over my hammy. It all tastes like Denny's. Denny's is a good taste. But it really is. Everything's just coming out of the same fryer or something. It is just.
Wait, that's where we had. So I was here last weekend, and we had wings, and you said they were from Denny's.
Oh yeah, I guess did Brie get some wings or something? Maybe she got some wings. But yeah, there were some leftover Denny's wings. Weren't bad.
Yeah,
they taste like Denny's though.
They taste like wings. I didn't know. If I didn't know, I wouldn't have said these taste like that. Although I haven't been to Denny's in a really long time. So
fucking rules. It's honestly great.
Yeah, I don't feel the same way. So
yeah.
We're going to have to agree to disagree about Denny's.
I love it because I always have
glad they're sponsoring the show, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're great sponsors. Specifically, the Moons Over My Hammy is sponsoring us, and the Grand Slam, the classic Grand Slam breakfast.
One of the servers that worked there definitely sponsored Gord and I.
That black dude?
Yeah, Ben.
That dude was hilarious.
His name was Ben. He was so funny. He
would drive us home.
He drove us home.
Yeah, he'd drive me home all the time.
Yeah,
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he was an amazing dude.
Yeah.
He'd have like crazy, like insightful, spiritualistic conversations with us.
Yeah, he saw Chuck's PMA tattoo, a positive mental attitude tattoo, and he went off. He was so excited. He was so pumped.
excited. Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, really good dude.
I don't know where that guy is now.
Well, he asked Mark for my number.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He had some insight. Man, imagine we could get him on the podcast.
I don't know if a guy that drives me home at like 4 a.m. from a Denny's is someone that I want to start associating with.
Really? All right.
I'm sure he's a great guy.
We'll see. I might.
But that's just a very strange request to be like, I'd like to get your friend's number, and Mark's like, why? And he's like, well, because I just want to, I want to talk to him more. And
maybe you just need a friend.
Mark's like, I don't think he's up for that. But
I'm surprised Mark didn't give him your number.
Yeah, that's what I'm shocked at.
That's actually.
I had a friend that did it all the time. A friend that used to. A lot of girls would come on to this guy all the time. He's got beautiful eyes, like blue like the sky, just beautiful. And girls would come on to him all the time, and he'd give him my number.
Every time?
And I get these weird just texts in the morning, like, what is this? She's like, what are you doing right now? I was like, who the fuck is this?
Somebody was giving my number away for a bit, and it was it must have been a chick. I think her name was Bethany.
Yeah.
Because I'd get a few phone calls. I was like, is Bethany there? I was like, nah, man, she got you.
Oh, harsh. And it was like maybe just one number off of hers or something.
Maybe.
So she feels less guilty.
I got about 3 different calls that were just like,
Bethany.
Is Bethany there? Like, very confused because some guy answered the phone.
Yeah.
And didn't know if they should ask.
That'd be a bummer. Oh, yeah. Hey, just calling to sell you some insurance. as long as Bethany's there. Yeah.
Good prank calls. It's not a thing lately. Like I used to love like Jerky Boys and stuff. There's no pranking anymore.
I've never listened to a Jerky Boys album. I don't know. I've never seen the Jerky Boys movie. I heard a brief, like, I think Mark had some mixtapes.
You should revisit that. 'Cause actually, I would like to revisit. I'm going to go back and try to find those tapes. I have one somewhere.
A friend of mine would make mixtapes, and he'd interject the odd Jerky Boy thing in between.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think that's how they got started
Between
anyway.
some songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
They, I missed that. I keep getting, and I actually had to block the number.
Yeah.
It was coming from Mississauga, and it must have been like an online thing where someone entered my number, and it would call me and be like, "Hey, yo, Anthony, this is that guy." Or whatever. This is Paulie. You took my girlfriend home last night, you motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was like, it would just used to fucking make up shit.
Oh,
it was like, it would be all these weird accents. It'd be like this, and it was like, it would leave space for you to reply.
Yeah.
And it would be really
I think it even knows
random.
when you stop talking too. Like, yeah, my niece got me on one. And
it was at first, because I know that, I think Chuck or Gibson got me with one a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it records the other half of the conversation.
Okay.
And so, because it records the other half of the conversation, you can like play it back for somebody and be like, "Yeah, we got you. Listen to this, motherfucker."
I'm just getting a beer. I'm just getting a beer.
That's fine. Why don't you bring it over here?
I don't know what the procedure is. One sec. Yeah, I gotta bring it over here. Chaos.
There's no point rushing. Like I'm gonna cut it.
No, keep it. This is all good stuff. People love this kind of stuff. It goes in it.
Yeah, this is the engaging parts of the conversation that they go for.
See that kind of stuff. People love that.
I'll trim it down.
Cut it. I think amp it up, man.
Are they cold yet?
No. Well, yeah. You want one?
Yeah.
All right. One sec. Take that one.
Beauty. Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, I think the glass is cold. The contents are not. That's more like what's going on.
Tastes like pineapple. Is this
Smells.
a sour?
Yeah, yeah. What is it? Yeah, it's a what is it? Oh, whatever.
A Budweiser sour. These are new.
A Budweiser rot. Yeah, Budweiser botulism.
Cooler botulism.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they stopped making metal coolers, eh?
Metal coolers. Oh yeah, I had one before the fucking fire. Is the fire going to come up every goddamn time we do this thing now?
Well, you did lose literally everything in it. So if you ever talk about anything you used to own,
my mom bought me a really nice cooler from like the 40s, 50s or something.
Those old Coleman ones.
I don't know if it was Coleman. It was a brand I never heard of.
Oh, it was in blue.
Yeah, it was chrome steel and it had bullet holes in it and everything. It's awesome.
Like
super cool.
real bullet holes.
Yeah, I went like I'm sure it wasn't like war bullet holes. It's probably like kids being dickheads with a pistol or something.
Oh yeah, like pellet guns and shit.
Yeah. Oh no, this was steel. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was some 9 millis or something popped in there. I mean, I know. I grew up on the streets, bro.
Fair enough.
I know my 9 milli holes. I asked you to watch a movie last night. Remember, I asked you to watch Mother, but you were.
Yeah, and then I sent you that text of me all strapped into my gear at the sleep lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask all our listeners and you to watch the movie Mother.
Mother.
It's starring, everyone's crazy about her. Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
And not Benicio del Toro, but the other ugly guy that people find attractive for some reason. He was in No Country for Old Men. He played the bad guy.
Oh, Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem, yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. So it's the two of them, and they got like Kristen Wiig in it, and Michelle Pfeiffer in it. Yeah. No.
I haven't heard of it. I will check it out.
I will give you no information on this movie.
All right,
none, and don't look anything up. Just sit down, give it a shot.
I won't look it up. Where can I see it on Netflix?
No. Oh no. I think you have to like pirate it right now.
We'll see. I'm sure I can find it somewhere.
Mike, as opposed to pirating stuff.
I don't like it.
I don't blame you. It's fine. You got your stance.
Did I finish what I was talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about before you got a beer, but it doesn't matter now. It's kind of what happens.
We'll never know now.
Asking our listeners to do something. This is the other thing I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So I was going to see if people wanted to send us photos. I like this idea. I went and asked Jesse, actually, if I could steal it. He was like, yep, as long as I give him credit. Mm-hmm. So, Jesse, this is your idea. Mm-hmm. But I want people to send us photos from around the world of them standing in front of dumpsters.
We got Australia. We got a lot.
I don't know who the fuck in Australia is listening to this, but hey, shout out to you guys.
Might be Jeannie. I know one Australian.
Yeah?
I know one expat Australian.
There's
and one
10
that went
listens.
back to-
10 listens and only 3 episodes up there. So that's at least 3 people or somebody listening many times.
That's really spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who knows what's going on with bots or whatever? Like, I don't know.
Just robots listening to this? I mean, that's kind of cool to think about.
Yeah, I like the idea. That
I like the idea that robots are listening.
Information on me. Yeah.
I think that now with machine learning and everything, have you ever seen those things they put in scripts? They pump out they put in like a bunch of scripts, and then a robot pumps out a script.
Get the fuck out of here.
So like basically they'll get a robot they'll feed it 30 episodes of Family Guy.
Really?
And then using machine learning, it pumps out a fucking script, and it's complete gibberish.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But like parts meet up and parts line, and some of it's like really interesting, but it replaces things like.
Are you using Family Guy would be a pretty bad example? I'm thinking too, though.
Sorry, I was thinking like Family Matters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Family
Family
Matters.
Guy doesn't have a script. So
It'd be like Family Matters, and it's like, here's a new episode of Family Matters.
Oh shit!
And it's just like Urkel, like where we normally like Urkel ate an orange, it'd be like Urkel sat down and ate a picnic table, and like it just like it fucks up weird shit like that. It didn't sit at a picnic table; it sat down and ate a picnic table. It's like it's
so
really
doesn't that
fucked
mean
up shit.
doesn't that mean that if it's doing that, isn't it also learning at the same time? I know that it's not actual artificial intelligence, it's not existential, of course, but isn't it still learning how to communicate better on its own, or does it require more human coaching?
No, you just like it's learning from information you feed it.
Right, but I'm saying, is it going to be smarter? So you give it those 30 scripts,
Yeah,
it shits something out.
you give it 60, it's going to be smarter. It's going to be a better script.
So can't these things now get through like a quadrillion equations without even exaggerating? Quadrillion equations in a second or something now. So like, couldn't it just eat all the scripts in the world in one go and be way smarter than all of us? Like
Eventually.
And why is it eventual though? It shouldn't be like
because like I mean,
smart
it's not perfected. What they're coding now is the ability to learn, rather than coding exactly what it's going to do. Right? You used to have to just tell it what to do, and then it did it.
So is that how they're going to eventually stumble upon artificial intelligence, just slowly by learning, or there's going to be some sort of
probably
breakthrough quantum chip where they'd be like, okay, we've actually achieved.
Yeah, like basically what they're trying to do is recreate like the neurons in your brain to like fire and create on their own.
Elon Musk is warning about this, and he's not being sci-fi about it. He's being like, it's pretty fucking reckless, man. You don't go teaching computers how to take care of themselves.
I'm gonna remind people: send us your photos of them in dumpsters.
Oh Jesus!
Do that. We're getting off track, but that's because hold that thought, Elon Musk. I want to get back to that in a second. Okay. But send us those photos. You can send them to me. Send them on at Dumpster Talk on Instagram. Tweet them to us at Dumpster Talk. And I also have an email, info@dumpstertalk.com.
Oh, nice.
So they can email
you're on
there.
The ball here, right?
It came with the website. Just found that out.
Info@dumpstertalk.com.
Yeah.
I encourage the use of Instagram. Like,
yeah, that makes it easy.
It is way easier than anything. Like, Instagram is so simple now, where Facebook lost its simplicity. Where like it's just a billion things. Instagram is still just doing like one thing.
There's a little more ads, but it's not nearly as annoying.
Fucking.
But if you send it, disclaimer, I may post it. So I will probably post it.
I would hope so.
So just be aware that it's going to be posted on our
yeah.
Shit.
And if you blur your face, make sure you blur it and don't twist it.
What?
Yeah, because this is funny. There's funny. I mean, perspective. But there was a pedophile who's posting pictures of him with kids, right? Real bad stuff.
Jesus
right?
Christ.
And what he chose to do to hide his image was twist his face via Photoshop. Twist it.
Someone untwisted it.
So what do you do?
Yes.
Just untwist it.
They just had to see this perfect picture of him.
Yeah, just gotta twist it. It's just like this stupid like toilet bowl swirl on his face, like haha.
Well, I mean, yeah, good. I'm glad that he twisted it. He's busted, right?
Oh no, I'm devastated that it happened.
Really?
You're saying I'm glad it happened. Like, oh, yeah. Hey, Mike, I'm glad to know what side of the fence you're on, man.
I don't know, just in case.
No.
Just in case. Yeah, so just send us that shit, because I want to do that. The next thing that we were talking about, I already forgot. Elon Musk.
You're trying to get down to business, and I just bring up pedophiles.
This is basically my own version of a rodeo. Basically, I just sit here and try to rope you in from like not getting too far away. That's the way this whole game's going to probably go for a long time.
Yeah. Are you done with the business portion?
Yeah, well, okay. I'll bring it up again eventually, I'm sure.
No, that's fine.
But
I wanted to. We'll get to the Elon Musk. We'll get to the Elon Musk.
Back burner, fine.
You asked me an interesting question last week, and I didn't reciprocate at all. And I liked it. Here we go. Hey, Mike's gonna. Oh!
No, it went down the wrong pipe.
Don't you love that? You're still learning how to swallow.
Yeah.
Your body's just like, oh, it's going.
Always learning.
Yeah.
Almost 38, still learning.
Yeah, I do. I choke on my spit still. I choke on my spit like once a day.
That's breathing, I think. That one's trouble with breathing.
Fucking stupid bodies we have.
It's giving up.
Well, our air passage is the same as our food passage. That's fucking stupid. Anyway, you asked me like what's been a significant change in your life in the last 6 months. I would love to ask you the same thing. And I'm putting you on the spot here.
Shit, I didn't even think of something.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Oh fuck!
I did something.
What's the time frame of your biggest change? When did that start? So I'll think of something in that time frame.
It was like 3 months ago.
3 months ago. So within the last 3 months.
No. I know of one in your life. If you have to give up.
Really? You know a big change in my life?
A big change in your life.
All right. What is it?
You're in love.
Well,
You've been in love for a while.
Yeah, that's been a while.
You've just been floating around all twinkle toes footstone for a while.
In love.
Mike is very much in love.
Very much in love.
Oh yeah.
But that's been a couple of years.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's a significant change.
Significant change. That is actually very good. That's going quite well.
That's good. Are we looking for negative change? Negative change.
No, I was thinking. Okay. I was trying to think of something. Biggest change? Fuck. I'm trying to think of something that's not work. You brought up work, so I'm trying to think of something a little different there.
Yeah. It's hard not to. You spend.
Biggest change, I'd say, honestly, is trying to be more productive with my days.
No.
Like, there was a time that it was every time I came home, it was, I'm going to sit down and just couch.
That's super where I'm at right now, too.
Watch TV.
I hate myself for it.
Fuck around on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, I've played music for 20 years.
Yeah.
Barely do it anymore. And I was like, you know what? So now that I got this recording shit going, we started doing this podcast. This is probably the biggest change in the last month.
Oh yeah, I guess the podcast would be our most significant
change. It's really fulfilling and rewarding at the same time. And then I've been writing some, not even like good, I don't know what it's considered, but I'm like playing and recording music.
Yeah.
And even if it's just for me completely, it's rewarding for myself. So just sitting down and actually picking up a guitar, picking up a bass. And
that's good to hear that you're still doing it, man. There's so many guys that like were so fucking awesome at music and that I know that just fucked off on.
That's just me like being like, I need to do something that is it's just a nice change.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing that.
Which is good.
I can't wait to get the drum kit back together again. Maybe someday.
That's not a full drum kit if that's everything right
No, that's not everything. No, I got the floor tom, the snare, the hi-hat, crash, and ride.
Do you have a kick drum?
Yeah, the bass. Well, you're looking at the bass pedal right now.
So but where's the drum?
It's around. It's just around.
Right.
I mean, we have limited space here, so things just shuffle. But I got no cymbals, so I just never...
Yeah.
I've always been asking like drummer friends, like, dude, you got like a cracked hi-hat that you don't need anymore? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, can you drop it off? No. Can I come pick it up? No.
They just want to tell you have it.
Yeah, I have it, but you're not getting it. Because I understand what they paid for it. They just don't want to give it away because some asshole asked for it.
That's fair.
To them, it still has value, despite the fact that it has zero actual value.
It's a backup. If something goes wrong with the ones I got, you got a backup. I get it.
I don't want to go out and spend $300 on a hunch that I hope I can get back into drumming. But
I have, quickly off the top of my head, and I might have more, potentially, but I have at least 6 bass guitars.
Jesus.
I can't play 6 bass guitars at one time, but I have them.
Maybe we should get like a double guitar.
And that's nothing compared to most people that I know. I know people with like collections.
Oh yeah,
my 30 plus.
My friend
guitars.
Dave, he's always hawking guitars, and then you see him again buying a new one, showing it off, and then hawking another one off.
It's kind of fun to fuck around. I can't. I have a severe problem with not being able to get rid of my musical equipment though. Like, I still have my very first bass that I ever got. I still have... The only thing I ever got rid of, I got rid of my first electric guitar.
You should never be ashamed. Oh, you should never get rid of any of that shit, but...
Still have my first acoustic.
No.
I can't get rid of anything. My first drum kit, like, it's so fucking old. I don't even know where it is. You have an old drum kit? I lent it to somebody else. Been lent by them to somebody else, and... I mean, I know it's still mine, They know it's still mine. If I ever actually decided to get off my ass and get it back, I could, but I just haven't yet.
Something about musical equipment, just it lends itself.
It does. I've
really
lost
does.
2 amps. A bass amp or both bass amps. One's like a little practice amp and one's like a larger version.
Yeah.
And both of those I took somewhere, lent, don't have a clue where they ended up.
I guess it's the camaraderie and the mutual brokenness of every musician that just like, yeah, you need it, you got it, and that's that.
Yeah.
I lent out my bass pedal, I don't know, a couple months ago, and never expected to see it again. Never did. Yeah. And luckily, I got it back. I lent it to someone I've never known, didn't even know the guy's name.
Just needed to borrow it.
A guy from his band came and picked it up. I threw a reference, like a mutual friend of this guy.
How did they know you had one?
I overheard a phone call at a party, and they're like, "Oh, dude, your bass pedal broke. What do we do?" I'm like, "Oh, I got a bass pedal."
Of course you did.
So then somebody got in a car from all the way out there, concert hall, where the Oshawa Concert Hall, ripped up to my place, where they met somebody outside here, and then they gave him my bass pedal. Someone that doesn't know them. It was just,
and somehow it made it back. That's pretty
somehow
cool.
it made it back. I still don't really know how it did. I don't remember the story, but yeah, it made it. It's probably I don't know my bass pedals. It's probably a shitty bass pedal. I'm sure they were bummed out when they got it. It can't be good.
Yeah, it's whatever, I'm sure.
They all do the same thing.
Yeah, so we were just talking about change. I'm going to ask you something. What is something you want to change?
Want to change? I don't know. Pretty content with stuff. I guess like, no, I got nothing. Nothing I really want to change. I guess I should stop being so fucking lazy. But I mean, that's up to me. That's an easy one.
That is a good one. Yeah,
that's an easy one to do.
Easy one to do.
Like, yeah, well, sorry, it's not easy. I mean, it's an easy call. But I mean,
you know the answer.
Your habits are just your habits, man. Like, I get in the door and I'm just like, yeah, I know I got to do this, and I know I got to do that, and I just fucking plop on the couch, and I actually acknowledge while I'm doing it. I'm just like, this is where I'm at. And I like strive. I get home. I'm like, I'm at work. I'm like, oh, I just want to be home so bad. And then I just get home like, well, this is fucking stupid. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just sitting there. Like,
that's the fucking worst, man. I do know that. I know one thing I want to change, and I don't know how long this is going to take, but I do want to like own a home. That's going to be the biggest thing. I don't own a home currently, so that's going to be something that I really want to change. That's probably the biggest thing that like I want to work towards. Yeah. That's probably the one thing that like stresses me out the most. Just to have my own space that way.
You know what you do then? You have a fucking wedding. Make it cheap as hell. Just have a wedding, or just have something.
Yeah.
Have a wedding. Everyone's gonna give you $100, regardless of how shitty or good your wedding is. And you probably got like 10 grand. If you can make 10 grand, bang, down payment on a house. That's how weddings were supposed to be in the first place. I mean,
they're supposed to set up the couple. And...
go back 30 years, go back 40 years or 50 years. It was like the shotgun wedding. Everyone gives a gift, get the couple set up, especially the Italian weddings and stuff. Right?
Oh yeah, that's why you invited 300 people.
Well, yeah, that and like. Because the Italians, again, I'm going to generalize another culture again.
Yeah.
I'm generalizing another culture here, but to my understanding, I have been told this by several others.
I went to a Greek-Italian wedding. I'll tell you about that.
Italian men, they stay at home until they're married. They live at home with their parents until they're married, and then they're allowed to get out. Traditions, if a traditional family. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's all I've been told.
I'm sure that's changed for a lot of generations now.
Absolutely. I just think the traditional thing is that, so that's where you always go to when you
why wouldn't
at a
you,
culture
man?
as
Italian
a whole.
mama's cooking.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like I wouldn't go anywhere. Not a fucking chance.
My mom's a good chef, and I walked out of there just like no problem. Looking back at that, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? She can cook, man.
Well, yeah. So I went to an Italian Greek wedding
in Italy or
no,
Greece?
No. It was in fucking Scarborough or something. Toronto maybe. But it was massive. It was like 350 400 people, like huge fucking wedding. And then so we show up, there's like appetizers during the like
I'm listening.
I know you're listening.
And so are the listeners.
Yeah. So we show up, there's like appetizers through everything. It's fucking massive. It's
it's like the leave me alone
a full
appetizer.
buffet fucking spread. And this is just us after the ceremony. You show up, massive spread. They open up these big doors. You go in, find your table so that you can have dinner. But I ate a bigger dinner than I've ever eaten in my life in the fucking foyer.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I did, I've done something like this too.
Went into a banquet hall that had Jesus fucking Christ, there must have been, like, it felt like there was like 80 tables, 80 round tables. It was massive.
No.
And then we ate, I think, 5 courses. Like, just like, it was huge. It was so fucking huge. And every one of those people gave them money, right? Like, that was probably
not enough.
Probably not enough to pay for that wedding.
To cover that,
yeah. To cover that wedding.
I remember I went to a wedding. It was one of the most expensive weddings I've ever seen. And I've been to some I'm not saying it was very braggy. Hey, man, I've been to some expensive weddings because I'm a giant loser, broke guy. But this was in New York, and it was one of the most expensive venues you could get.
Yeah.
It was unreal. And again, the same thing happened with the hors d'oeuvres or whatever. Full in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And then they're like, here's your meal.
It's like, yeah, it's a whole hamster I'm trying to eat or whatever. Done. And then sit down at dinner, and like literally it was like, there's probably like 8 courses that I completely ignored and just didn't even touch my plate. And this, like, it was so insulting to anyone that paid for that stuff.
Yeah. Because you're just so damn full.
Yeah. And then even when I went to the groom and I'm like, look, man, I gave you what I could. I really don't got much right now. I'm really sorry. Because New York took a big chunk out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I just had no ability to pay it off. I don't know what financial situation I was in. It might have been pre or post fire. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But Jesus, I was devastated. So, hey, man, I put together what I could. And he's like, what? Fuck, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Like, the wedding was paid for. Like,
yeah.
Whatever you gave him, it was fine.
It's usually family and shit, yeah. I've had to do that. I haven't been able to give people, like, a ton of money sometimes. Like, that happens. Mm-hmm. And I hope people, like, understand. Like, there's times in my life I had no money. I'm like, I have no fucking money.
Everybody understands.
Like, I still want to be there. You know, like,
well,
and I'm sorry.
I've heard about other situations where, like someone will get, like, a you and you. And then they'll be like, okay, and my 3 kids. And they'll bring their 3 kids. Oh, I've heard about this. This actually happened at a wedding I went to.
Wait, so the couple was invited?
The couple was invited. They brought their 3 kids, caused a whole table arrangement problem. And then that mom in her card gave $25.
Wow. And they had 5 meals.
Yeah. Wow. And you had to accommodate kids. It might have even been like a no-kid wedding, now that I think of it, too. No, there was kids there. There was a kid.
There was kids there?
There was kids there.
Just their kids weren't invited.
Their kids weren't invited. Because you get that. And I guess they just made the assumption that we can bring our kids.
Yeah.
Not a ridiculous assumption to make.
No, that's true.
But 5 people. $5 a head. Hey, man. It's cheaper than Denny's.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want to forget about this, so I'm going back to Elon Musk.
The Elon Musk situation.
I have a friend who used to play in... he was in the Swellers. He was in a band in the Swellers. And he was tweeting Elon Musk. They were going back and forth. And he's from the Flint, Michigan area.
Wow.
And they have no drinking water. They have like filthy water and all this like huge problems there.
Yeah.
And so he's tweeting Elon Musk, and they're going back and forth. I didn't read the whole conversation. I didn't see everything, but he basically was going back and forth. And Elon said... What a weird fucking name. I'm just saying that. It sounds fucking weird. Elon, he must have given that to himself.
Is he German?
I don't know. So anyways, he says, hey, message me here. I'll see what I can do. We'll set something up kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm too busy. I can't make it happen right now. I'm in China. He's like other side of the world or something. And so this happened, and then he ended up making a statement that he's going to help fix the water situation in Flint. Yeah. And a bunch of people were giving him shit for it. You know, like
it's unbelievable.
They were starting giving him shit.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. He's like, he immediately like, I'm gonna put my team on making this little submarine, save the Thai kids in the cave, and people just dump on him.
Yeah, he was over there trying to figure out how to help. Like, let him help. The guy can make things happen. I'm sure. So
stupid. They want to go straight to mockery. They want to have the funniest joke on the Twitter and like.
I get that. Like,
I just aged myself when I called it the Twitter.
The Twitter. I get that some people could be pissed off because like. He's making space programs, and he could be just giving that money to people in need and all this stuff. But
no, that's garbage. There's plenty more people that aren't innovating anything, that are billionaires, that aren't doing jack shit with their money. Instead, they go after a guy who's doing something innovative that might actually help the planet.
Yeah, like
there's billionaires that are locked up like Scrooge McDuck somewhere.
Yeah,
go after these.
You never heard their name. The reason you know Elon Musk's name is because he's out trying to fucking do something.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know if a space program's worth it or not. When a discovery is made, maybe we'll be fucking changed. But the thing that really pissed me off was that he was doing all that. People are giving him a hard time, and I was just like, yeah, there are people that aren't. And then the one thing that not that pissed me off. The thing that was hilarious about it was somebody posted this thing. It was like, I forget who it was. I wish I could give them credit. They're like, you want to know how you start a supervillain? You start yelling at a bazillionaire, like a literal bazillionaire, that they're fucking around and making the wrong choices. And who do they think they are, trying to become a hero with their money? And like and I was like, yeah, that's true. Like piss him off to the point.
Yeah. It's lucky for us that he's far more intelligent than most of us. Yeah, and he looks right through it. He's like, oh, there's like 4 billion dummies talking shit. They have no idea what they're talking about. He has the wherewithal to know that there's just idiots on the internet. Although I've seen him be sensitive though. It was I think it was Bill Gates said like he was being reckless or stupid or something was being wrong. And he started like, it was an interviewer read a quote from one of his heroes, which was like maybe Bill Gates or someone.
To Elon Musk.
And Elon just started like, he started tearing up. And they're like, yeah, that hurts to hear. Like, not a good scene. So, and they were going over with him like all the shit on the internet all the time. And he's like, yeah, it takes its toll.
And he started actually tearing up.
Yeah, he started, but they did the Bill Gates thing. I think it was Bill Gates. Yeah. And I don't know what they were commenting on. Exactly.
Well, here's something that I'm not entirely sure, so I'll let you see if you know. Do you know how Elon Musk got his fortune?
Was it Amazon?
That's what I was thinking.
I think he sold a portion of Amazon.
I think he started Amazon.
Yeah.
That was what I was
Oh, no, it was PayPal. It was PayPal. And then I think he started PayPal.
And then sold it.
And then after that, he started Amazon with some other wild asshole. I think that's
no. I don't think. I know. I think it was just PayPal.
Yeah, he wrote the
Amazon.
PayPal,
some other guy.
Yeah.
He started Tesla. Like that's where he's. But I don't think Tesla's still not making money, as far as I know. I think they're still like barely breaking.
Neither is Uber. Uber's been in the red since its creation. Uber's not making money still.
Really?
Yeah, but they just know it's like flood the market, and you'll eventually going to turn a profit.
It'll turn a profit.
Yeah.
Well, now that they've got, because there's fights, and my email tells me that there's a massive battle going on between Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
Because 1 week I get, you've got $5 off 4 rides this week. Email that's from Uber.
Yeah.
Next, like 2 days later, you get $5 off 10 rides this week from Lyft.
Yeah.
And they just keep going fucking back and forth. We all win.
They did it. Yeah, we all win, but then we also lose because it looks like we're all stuck with Subway now because the Subway won. Subway won the sandwich wars. They knocked down Quiznos, so you barely exist anymore. And the Quiznos,
I didn't like Quiznos anyways. I liked it when it first started.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It used to be massive, right? Those sandwiches
huge.
used to be.
They were 14 inches long. And they were
like
about
super wide.
They're 4 inches wide. They were huge, and they had everything.
Fresh chicken, fresh everything.
When it started, I was living in Whistler when it started, and it was so good. I was like, I'm eating this every day. I don't need dinner anymore. I'll just eat this once a day. Good.
You can get one sandwich and eat it all day long.
Yeah, fuck 4 squares. I'll eat this and like a
What's
bag.
4 squares?
4 square meals. I don't mean my 4 square. I don't eat my 4 square meals a day. You never heard that term before?
No.
That's like a prison thing, I think. Like, hey, man.
4 square
meals. Hey, man, not so bad. I got my 4 squares and cable TV. 4 square meals. Really?
Never heard it.
That's strange.
Have
you heard of a square meal?
Yeah, it's like a balanced meal, like one meal. Yeah. But I've never heard of 4 meals. Everyone always eats 3 meals a day.
Got my 4 squares, bro.
All right, that's new. I'm learning.
Yeah. Well, then, so that Quiznos. Here's what happened. Subway started this bogus thing where they said it's a temporary deal, the $5 footlong. They weren't allowed to do what they were doing. The only thing they said, it was just like, it's a limited time offer. But this limited time offer, this $5 footlong, went on for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where Subways were suing the corporation. Like, we're franchisees, but we're not affording this anymore. And Subway was just like, yeah, we'll compensate you for it. Just don't
stop the $5.
Don't stop the $5 foot long.
We've got commercials running till the end of time.
We're choking out Quiznos, and they won it. They were choking out Quiznos. They knew Quiznos could not afford it. Like, I would go to Quiznos and be like, get green peppers. Like, we don't have green peppers anymore. Like, oh, you mean like you ran out? They're like, no, we don't have them anymore.
Carrying them.
What are you fucking talking about? You're a sandwich shop. It's like number one. No, it's like we don't have tomatoes anymore. Like, okay, see you later, guys. And they basically choked them out so badly now. It's just like independent. I think you can still own a Quiznos, but why the fuck would you? You don't have any franchise backing, or so there's no reason to have one. And they're not They're not a
One of
third
my,
of what
one of
they
my
once
mom's
were.
friends, their family, but they lived in Ohio.
Yeah.
They owned a Quiznos. That might still own it for all I know. I don't
They might have, because Quiznos was suing their corporation as well. The franchisees ended up suing them too, because they're going like, because Quiznos was dropping their prices so much to keep up that the franchisees being like, we're losing like everything. This is a dead franchise. We're like, please keep up. We're in a battle here. We have the better product, and they did have the better product.
Yeah, Quiznos would have taken that for
It's
sure.
the same as the VHS and beta wars. Like,
Dude, it's crazy how much technology is dictated by the porn industry. Did you know that?
porn went VHS, right?
Porn went VHS.
Yeah.
Boom, VHS.
That's sad.
That was like Blu-ray, because there was Blu-ray which was Sony,
Yeah.
and there was HD disc or something.
Yeah. We had a beta player.
HDR disc or HD something disc, and porn industry went Blu-ray. Boom, that's all you heard of Blu-rays.
Jesus, HDR disc, eh?
It was
And Blu-ray,
somewhere-
Blu-ray was stupid. And that was a fucking whole dumb era of Blu-rays.
Wasn't very long, was it?
No,
Well, they're still selling them, but
the dumbest one was the Laserdisc era. That was a great one.
yeah,
That was really dumb.
that was super quick.
Yeah, that was. Like, I remember seeing them be like, those look fucking awesome, but who
Yeah,
weren't they like? They were $100 a piece.
I wonder if you can get a whole collection of those for a couple bucks,
I knew a kid
because
that
they
had
were
a
like
bunch.
picture discs, right? Like
Yeah.
they had a full image on them.
I remember a kid. His dad bought like a bin.
Yeah?
but like when it came out, so like they were pretty well to do, and it wasn't just like some. Oh, we got a Laserdisc player. And let's get this. He's like, nope, we got the entire like film library from 91.
I want every Oscar winner from.
It was like 91 to 2001, and we got everything. And it was just like a bin of just.
Because imagine
movies.
a wall of picture discs, man. That'd be sweet.
Well, you couldn't see them.
No, they had like the movie on one side.
Yeah, but a wall of them. Okay,
Like they had an image on
they
one
were
side.
they were as big as a vinyl too, right?
Yeah.
So like on a regular wall, you'd maybe able to fit like 12 of them. They were
Yeah.
probably bigger than a vinyl. I think now that I
They
think
might have even been bigger.
bigger than a record player. Jesus, a vinyl record. I don't know what this. What
That's
is it?
what's called vinyl. An LP.
An LP?
Yeah.
That's a limited press.
No, it's a long play. Yeah, and an EP is an extended play.
But an EP is a shorter little disc.
Yeah, it's extended from the LP, which is a long play album.
Oh, I never questioned what that meant. I thought an EP was like a small release, but I didn't understand what it was.
Yeah, it was an extra play or extended play. Might be extra play even, or extended play, or yeah, it's like it was extra. EP was like the leftovers from the album.
You're gonna have to teach me a lot about the record and music industry.
I don't know a lot about it, that's for sure. Otherwise,
You've been through the washer how many times now? You've had 2 record deals in your life, have you not?
yeah,
Well, then that's
3,
That's-
4, 3.
that's significant more experience than most people. I would
Fair
say.
enough.
I would hope you've learned something.
Eh,
What's your takeaway? You'd say on the entire music industry?
don't do it for the money.
Don't do it for the money.
No,
Stay in it.
never do it for the money.
We got a great friend out there. That's he was never in it for the money because goddamn he didn't ever make any. But he's finally getting some now. He's gaining some serious traction. You're wearing him on your T-shirt right now.
Oh yeah, Chuckles.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's doing good, man.
finally.
Yeah,
God
he's getting
damn.
to tour the world, play music. It's all. That's what he was born to do.
Yeah, that's all he can do for sure. I would like he had to do it. He had to do it. Like all I've done is root for that guy, and
Yeah, he's doing good.
I can't be more happy that
I fucking
he's
miss
there.
him, man.
That's the problem.
He moved to the other side of the city, and now
Yeah.
like I never see him. So
Like I could-
we're gonna have him on here. Like that's gonna happen.
I hope that's our first guest.
Chuckles,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hope that guy.
Yeah.
When we're ready, he might ruin it all. He might just try.
Oh, we'll record it. We'll record it and see what happens.
What's this gonna cost? Yeah, all right, it's probably worth it anyway.
Yeah, I'll put all this stuff in a glass case.
Do you think he's been on a podcast yet?
He has. I've listened to it.
Ah, fuck.
He was on the Mass Nerdercast, the one that I was on.
Wait, that's Mass Nerder. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, he was on there.
yeah.
That's right, because he has a buddy on there. That's
Ben,
right.
yeah.
That makes sense. I should
Yeah.
listen to that too.
Being on that the Mass Nerdcast. Shout out to those guys. They're awesome. Man.
That'd be fun
Cole-
to
Cole
listen.
and
Yeah, I
Ben
should
and
start
Allie.
listening to more local ones. Seeing as that those guys are probably listening to us too. Like I don't even.
Probably not.
You don't think those guys have listened
don't
to
know.
one of ours? I thought you would have
Maybe.
said.
I did send them the first one to get their opinion.
Yeah.
Just to see if like quality and all that kind of business had gone through and is working to those standards. I also have another friend, Ian Blackwood, Talk Smack, who's doing a podcast.
Ian Black?
Ian Blackwood.
Oh, Ian
Yeah.
Blackwood.
He's done a lot of music
Ian
and film.
Blackwood. talk
Blackwood.
smack if you know, that's like a would, like, would you please?
Would you please start?
So, Ian
I should
Mac
let
would.
him know about that. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he can make a new jingle for it.
Ian Mac would talk some smack.
It kind
If
of goes
you
like
got-
that. His one kind of goes.
If
It's
you
a little more
don't
rock and
get
roll.
his back.
But he does full video too. They're about a half hour. Does full video. He's got like his
Oh, yeah.
sister's in Walk Off the Earth. She's the Sarah Blackwood from Walk Off the Earth, and so she's been on it. Johnny from Walk Off the Earth's been on it. A bunch of people all from the industry all been on it. So
Well,
yeah, it's pretty good. He was the one who helped me figure out how to get this available
Off
for
the-
people
off
to
the ground.
actually get it on there. So whether he's made it this far into the podcast, I guess I'll know.
that Walk Off there, they're a Canadian band.
Yeah, man.
I want to talk about a awful band that's been plaguing Canadian radio for probably like a year and a half now, maybe 2 years. This band,
We already talked about Nickelback.
No. Nickelback got drowned out by their own popularity. This band, I think people seem to think they're underground, where they're still calling and requesting these songs. This band is called July Talk, and they're absolutely abhorrent. Are you friends with them or something?
I know people who work with him.
Ah, fuck. All right, cut
That's
this
okay.
out. No, cut
I won't
that
cut
out
it.
too.
This is your opinion.
Okay, and this is my uneducated opinion. What it appears to me is some producers get together being like, hey, we got this really sweet girl with a nice voice, this really like angelic, sweet, tiny little girl voice. Wouldn't it be just interesting if we paired it with some asshole who's faking a voice? He's like faking a Tom Waits voice, has no idea to fucking sing. It's just shit, just absolute shit. And then we
I don't even know if I've listened to it, but what's
put a
funny,
bunch of writers behind it. Let's make up a bunch of shit. It's almost like Evanescence again, some Canadian Evanescence band. Like
I've never actually listened to it, so I have no opinion of the matter.
fuck.
But what's weird is that somebody at work the other day was like, you know that guy with the really gravelly voice?
My guns and ammunition. It
And
sucks
then
so
he's
bad.
like, but then there's a girl that like sings with him. I'm like, I have no idea who you're talking about. I now know, so when I go back, I can let him know.
bad, dude. It sucks so bad. It's honestly.
I don't really listen to the radio though, so I guess I don't really hear much of what's happening in Canada these days.
I work in construction, so it's radio all the time.
Radio all the time,
Radio nonstop. Like radio's.
unless it hits the moose. When it hits the moose up at my cottage, then I've got it. But that's like old school hits.
Yeah, but we have a great radio station here in Oshawa. It's 107.7, and it's just.
Is that in Oshawa?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
No, we have one here. I could 107.9 maybe or something.
94.9? The Rock?
It's CKDO. That's what I do know for
Okay.
sure. What's awesome about it is that there's barely anybody on it. There's barely any voice talk, and they don't play 70s. They don't play classic rock. They just play classics. They play 70s classics, so you get like Earth, Wind, and Fire and like Gloria Gaynor. It's songs I've never heard before.
All right.
And like for the radio to do that, play a classic song I've never
Yeah.
heard before, it's very exciting. That's the only radio station I want to
Something
listen to.
Oshawa would do. That makes sense.
It's great, but you lose it by like Pickering.
Yeah.
I can't get the.
It's only in Oshawa.
Kills me. Yeah, kills me.
My favorite radio station was I don't remember what it was. It came from Hamilton, and I could just barely get it in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
And it was the comedy one.
Oh,
I don't know if that's still out there.
Funny 820.
Yeah, was that
Oh
it?
yeah, that was the AM.
Funny 820 AM
Funny 820
channel.
with the host Mike Neighbors. Oh,
Mike Neighbors,
Can we tag Mike Neighbors in this? See, maybe he listen to it. Mike Neighbors. I love that guy so much. It is amazing.
I loved it. It would go on a string of like. Sometimes it would be like you get like one bad skit from somebody, and you're like, fuck, I don't care. But then it would go on a string. You'd hit a Carlin gag, and then a fucking like.
Yeah, let me tell the folks
Richard
at home what's
Pryor.
going on. So what happened is, they would do the comedian.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2-minute chunk of their set, which I would have thought is like proprietary and difficult to get a hold of. I guess not. So they'll play like a 2-minute thing.
It's like a music track.
Yes,
What difference does it make?
And
They're
then
just not singing.
At the very end of the bit, they'll go Richard Pryor. They don't say it before; they say it after, which is like a really cool thing to do. Like, oh man, I laughed so hard.
Who was that?
Who was that? And then it goes Richard Pryor, and then it just goes right back into it again.
No, you're tapping
Oh,
to no music.
tapping. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to pee. I'll do the signal in a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what happens is that you can't just congest the airwaves with this all the time because it's obviously expensive to buy all this comedian's material.
Probably not that bad. It's like playing one song. The royalties are very similar.
I would hope a comedian would charge more because it's a lot harder to do. Like,
No.
They hone that for 5 years while I can crap out a song with you right now. You know.
That's not
I know,
that's not fair
but
by any stretch of the imagination.
It's not fair. I think
the other difference
I think
is
stand up
that
is a lot harder than a concert. I would find that I would have an easier time singing in front of a crowd than I could doing stand up. No problem.
but some people are the other way around.
Oh, that's just bizarre. You got a band. You got a band with you. You have
No, well,
four
not
guys
everybody.
standing
There's
up there.
there's singer songwriters are up there by themselves doing it.
Well, that's what we're not all on American Idol.
Well, not
Did I
everybody
pronounce
up there
that
is
right?
singing covers of
American
Queen.
Idol.
Yeah. They're up there doing their own thing. Like,
Are they? I thought they only do covers on American Idol and all that shit.
yeah, probably. That's what I'm saying. There's people that get up and not play covers of Queen.
Yeah,
Those people are just singer songwriters doing their own thing.
yeah. I think that requires less balls than doing stand-up comedy.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah. The number of people that have so many balls to get up there and completely bomb and think, yeah, I'm going to make it. Because, I mean, everyone's gone to the David Chappelle and maybe he has somebody open or whatever. But when you go to like an open mic on fucking Dundas in Toronto, you're not seeing crazy quality stuff all the time.
That's tough. And I don't
And there's people there 4 nights a week. 5 nights a week, 7 nights a week at some of these comedy bars, and you're just like,
every famous comedian, they all talk about bombing, like, and they talk about bombing like only
because you have to hone your craft, right? You have to hone it. I get it.
But the thing is, if you go up and play a set right now, if you went and played a set at the bar across the street over here, you'd get claps. Like you'd be reaffirmed by your own talent.
You go to the like the comedy bar, like that. Not you don't go to fucking what's that, Josie's Rib Shack or whatever the fuck it is. What the fuck?
I don't know what Josie's Rib Shack.
Where
is.
that place we went to watch stand up.
Oh, that yeah.
Charlie something.
Yeah,
Big Bone Ribs, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
We went there, like. Yeah, everyone's there like, holy shit, I'm at a comedy show. Oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
You go to the fucking comedy bar downtown Toronto, and if that guy sucks, he's getting fucking heckled off stage.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's an unbelievable thing to get into. I'll never have the balls to do it. I have a friend who did it.
But
I told him I'd go up and do 5 if he did 5.
You should do that one day.
Yeah.
We'll hone some jokes over the course of the next year here. The one thing though, think about this. One comedian records a record, production on recording that fucking record, fuck all.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. I don't think.
Yeah, it's all, this here that we're doing right now is more production than what he needs to record at his show.
Okay. All right. I don't know anything about that
A whole
stuff.
band, recording drums, big studio. It's going to take way more.
I'm not concerned with that. I'm talking about more of the art itself than other than,
Well, I'm just saying, and the band has to split it amongst like fucking 5 people.
Yeah.
This guy's taking on the whole 100%. Give me all the money. As soon as you play that track, I get every minute.
He wants the whole turkey hamburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's taking the entire share.
He's getting the leftover plate of spaghetti for himself. That's all they're getting. They're not getting anything. Maybe a courtesy beer.
Well, you were saying you thought it was expensive for them to play those tracks. I don't think it's that expensive. They're probably getting cents on the plays.
I think by the time, okay, I would think, because it's harder to pump out material as a comedian, that a comedian's like 2-minute bit should be more of an expensive royalty than a song that can be replayed and replayed and replayed and replayed. While a comedy bit you can only hear so many times. So I think. In the flesh, I think comedy is more valuable, especially
we'll never probably know unless we look it up. But let's come back to it.
Is there more comedy or is there more music?
Well, there's more music.
There's more music, man. It's easier. It's just easier. That's a fact. But there's more radio stations than there are comedy stations. Right, so then there's one rarity here, and they're doing it. And I want to...
No, that's the one place that's like, sure, fine, we'll pay for this.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Don't.
Funny 820. Oh, yeah, I can't put beers on tables. I did a big one there.
Yeah, you didn't even hear the last one.
Mike's been right up my ass about, what are they called, ambient sounds or just invasive sounds?
It's these.
Yeah. They're big.
Somehow you don't hear.
I don't care about them.
Yeah.
I just think they're fine. Are they really going to disturb anyone that badly?
Yeah, go take a piss.
Hit that red button, motherfucker.
It's not even a red button. It just says it's just an R.
No, it's called the red button. Called the red telephone. The bat telephone.
The bat phone.
Bat phone. Oh, I do miss that thing.
People don't say telephones anymore, do they?
No, they don't say televisions. They don't say Chesterfields.
Yeah.
No. But I remember the red telephone. It reminded me of that hilarious Instagram thing where it was bat signs, I think it was. It was
bat labels.
Bat labels, man.
Dude.
So funny.
Yeah.
And that guy,
guys I worked with him at one of the other stores.
That's so funny. Like, great work on that guy.
Yeah.
Great work.
Yeah,
if anyone wants to follow that guy on Instagram, he's hilarious.
At bat labels.
Yeah, at bat labels. It's just him going through. I wish I was even posted all the time.
The bat shark repellent.
There could only be so much stuff, but like.
Oh yeah, the bat ladder, awesome. The bat radar. Yeah, there's some awesome ones in there.
What a bizarre show that ever was.
Oh yeah,
the old Adam West Batman show. Jesus, I never got to thank Mike Neighbors for his tireless efforts to try to be the host of a radio show where there's going to be the funniest people in the world, and then Mike Neighbors who
has to come in between and try to make jokes
and
on the fly,
and they're just so like he'll come up with something, but they're just awful. They're awful. And there was a part where he made prank calls. Oh, who's making ambient sounds now?
Mm-hmm.
So he would make these prank calls, and they were so bad. They were so bad. He'd go.
This better be good.
He'd call like a grocery store. No, what's good about it is how bad it was. So he'd call like a grocery store and be like, "Hey, you got any Canadian bacon there?" Like, well, yes, we have a selection of bacon. Yeah, but you have the Canadian bacon. Be like, yeah, I believe we do. Well, is that the kind of bacon that plays hockey in front of the garage all day? And then the phone would just hang up. And he'd be like, and that's our prank call for the day. I'm Mike Neighbors. And they're like, oh my God. This is so painful. It's like he's just struggling through everything. And he's just like making awful, awful jokes. Like just on the current news feed. So fucking bad. Turns out that Swan's mate for life, and I wonder if she has to do all the ironing. I'm Mike Neighbors, and you're like, oh my God, it's just so horrible. And he's just trying to shoot through anything because he's got to do like 6 hours or shit a day. It's impossible.
He just like Google searched a bunch of lame jokes, or
I don't know if
or is he making them up on the fly?
I don't know. He's not. He's definitely not doing them on the fly. He's reading them off.
Yeah,
and you're like, well, honey, I gotta crap out like 400 jokes for tomorrow. Because I'm the only host of this radio station. It's the most impossible task.
He's hitting up like garage sales and buying the 99-cent joke book.
The joke almanacs?
Yeah. It's probably all it was.
I remember that. Actually, it's still topical. I remember my friend Rob, he had a Batman joke book. It's
just like jokes about Batman?
I remember one of the jokes, too.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And I don't know why. I must have been like 9.
Are you going to tell us?
Yeah, he goes... He goes, why did the Joker drive his motorcycle to Commissioner Gordon's house?
Fuck.
To drive him up the wall. And then I had a picture
of
Joker like dragging Commissioner Gordon up the wall. I was like, Jesus, these guys, it's got to be a tough fucking job. That's really tough. Right, hey man, we got a writing assignment for you.
Somebody okayed that book.
I guarantee they didn't. Like he went into his production company, like, I wrote 400 Batman Joker jokes.
Terrible Batman jokes.
Are they any good? No, but I gave you what you asked for. Like, okay, just fucking shit it out. No one's proofreading it, guaranteed.
My buddy John at work tells those jokes all the time.
Oh, that's awful.
It's awful, but in the best way. Like when he tells them, like you're just like, oh fuck, that was brutal, dude. And he's just like, yeah, walks out of the room.
Yeah, they hurt like hell. I love them.
I'm trying. I think there's something in my brain. This is something that, like, there are things I can remember and will never forget, and there are things that like I can't possibly keep in my brain. And one of them is jokes.
Yeah.
Among everything else, like people say it's like selective memory, but like I'm not getting to select. I wish I could remember more jokes. Yeah. I remember none.
I love jokes so much, and I forget piles and piles of them. They have to be performed so well. Like the ones that are performed,
even just a knock joke, just a regular old. The only one I remember is your duck joke. That was the only one that I remember.
That's a good joke too.
It was a good joke.
Yeah.
But everything else, don't remember at all. Like I just don't. I heard one yesterday, and I'm racking my brain trying to think of it. I can't. It's gone.
Yeah, they're supposed to disappear. I think you're supposed to enjoy them for a minute or two. They'll even circulate. Like all those dead baby jokes, they circulate for a bit, and then they're gone.
I forgot about those completely.
Yeah.
Probably for good reason, though.
Yeah, because they were just, number one, you could hear someone like deliver them poorly, and you're like, I want to forget every one of those fucking jokes right away. Like, and I'm probably one of the biggest enemies of that. It's just like I could have done one bad round of them one night, and I was like, yeah, we're just going to totally drop those fucking things. I tell you, Mike was really good at delivering those, but we'll not get him into that. But
who?
Tyron was really good at delivering dead baby jokes.
Really?
I don't know why, but
there's just something about his delivery of those.
They just fell right out of him. It was like he was just poured into a uniform to make dead baby jokes.
Like, we should put him in a tux and get him on stage one day doing it.
Oh God, that'd be good. That'd be really good. Just watch him get booed and heckled, have a beer bottle smash off his head. It'd be beautiful. Was there something we needed to address before we sign off or anything here? I'm sure we got lots to do.
Well, we gave a lot of homework.
Oh, I know. I contemplated whether we should do this, but I do want our listeners to watch the movie Mother.
I will do it. I will do it on behalf of our listeners, because I bet you none of them will do it.
We're going to discuss it. I'm not going to give any opinion on anything. I'm not going to. I just want people to watch it, and I want people to watch it in its entirety, beginning to end. It's important that you watch it beginning to end, and you will listen to our thoughts next week, and I'm sure you'll share in our opinions. I'm sure there won't be a everyone's opinion is going to be the same.
Yeah. So I haven't seen this. I will watch it on behalf of our listeners. I don't think they're going to actually watch it, but I'll watch it. Mm-hmm. We're going to discuss it. It's going to be full of spoilers, I'm sure. But you know what I think? Mm-hmm. There's a million other podcasts out there that are dominating the popular movie discussion. Mm-hmm. So we'll hit up these movies that are absolutely terrible, or maybe it's amazing. I don't know.
Mother was actually a big production.
Well, it sounds like a Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem.
Yeah, I think it was like a small release or something. It wasn't meant to be some blockbuster movie. It was maybe like a Sundance thing or something. I couldn't say, but it is. You got to see it. It's a must-see TV.
That's okay.
No,
that's okay. We'll watch that, and if anyone wants to follow along, they should watch it as well. Mm-hmm.
Maybe Taco Bell Sarah will watch it.
Yes, that was something I wanted to do. I wanted to thank Taco Bell Sarah for being the first person to ever tweet us on Twitter. She's
proud of her.
Lansing, Michigan.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe she's willing to comment on how she stumbled upon us. I wonder how that happened.
I would like to know. Or according to her Twitter, she's from Lansing, Michigan, unless she's a liar, which most people on the internet should lie about their location.
Sarah.
I would love to know the origin of the name Taco Bell Sarah. That would.
Well, I'm gonna make a bold assumption here.
You think she works there?
Oh, I never thought that. I just thought she was. She's probably just like the Fry Supreme.
She just likes that, so much so that she just named her Twitter over it.
I mean, that entire franchise is built on, hey man, we put some sour cream and chives on some fries.
Those aren't chives, man. Do you remember that? There was like a big ordeal over that.
They're not real chives?
Well, they're like the dried ones now. So they used to have free, because they're just dried. They're not even like add water. Like they're just out of the shaker.
Oh, really?
Like straight out of the shaker.
They still look little curly.
They're green.
They look like little curlies, though, still.
Yeah, like they might have been a chive at one point.
They might have been a chive at one point.
But there was like
if you get a blueberry now, they're not real. If you get a blueberry in a yogurt, they're just like totally false. Something like that.
Oh, like when you get a blueberry in something?
Something, yeah. I'm not a blueberry, but if you get like blueberry ice cream, there ain't a fucking blueberry in sight. Something like that. I can't remember. And
I don't remember what the deal was, but there was some sort of fucking, not disease, but like sickness or something happening, or tainted fucking green onions in Canada for a real long time. So Taco Bell had to pull all their green onions, and then they stopped putting them. They used only the dried ones.
Oh yeah.
And then and that was it. They just were like, okay, that's what we do now.
Well, good for them. I mean, you're not going there. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to give them Denny's fucking.
There are no Denny's, but you do know what you're getting.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone goes there. I go there for the Fry Supreme. I mean, why else would you go to Taco Bell? If you don't get a Fry Supreme, you're an amateur at Taco Bell. It's the only reason.
Yeah, I like the fries supreme. But the craziest part to me is that everything comes out of a caulking gun. Like they figured it out. They got
the meat. The meat itself is add water. Yeah, add hot water.
It's just in a bag of dried.
It's a bag of dried nonsense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, actually, that's apparently.
Yeah, just like they take everything. They got the hot stuff in the thing with a scoop, a ladle, and then everything else caulking gun, like cheeses, sour creams, lettuce, whatever. I mean, that's.
I saw a thing on fast food or whatever. I don't know what it was. Super Size Me, one of those kind of documentaries.
Yeah.
And it said that Taco Bell, actually, if done right, is easily number one, the healthiest fast food you can have. If you get things al dente or something, or al fresca, I forget what it was, but they remove all sour cream and cheese. So basically, you're getting
probably true.
You're getting like grade F meat protein and vegetables. That's all you're getting. So it's actually quite healthy for you.
I went through a stint. It couldn't have been more than a year or two max.
Yeah.
Where every time I got Taco Bell, I was like, instead of the meat, put beans.
And that's the same, man. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was real good.
The meat's not
I didn't feel
there.
like garbage.
Yeah.
Like I felt pretty good about it. Everything else was like, I'm sure it's not high grade cheese or anything like that, but everything else was good.
You had a Taco Bell near your. I came to your work one time. We went to Taco Bell. You had a Taco Bell in the food court near your work, I think, or something, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is Taco Bell there.
Me and you ate some Taco Bell.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's also KFC. I've been at that mall for 4 years now.
Yeah, never been there.
Not once. I can't.
It's gross, man.
Can't
it's so
do
gross.
it.
I dated a girl whose parents owned a KFC down the street from them.
Fuck.
Yeah, and that wasn't their own. They had just had a KFC. They had pictures of themselves with the Colonel.
Yeah, it's so gross. Man.
Like the real Colonel. They had pictures of them with the Colonel hanging in their house.
Lane worked at a KFC when we first started hanging out back in the day.
I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me stuff that I was just like, I can't do it. And then
I'd eat it because they had it at the house all the time.
Yeah,
I'd eat it and I'd be like, dude, these bones, you can bend these bones.
Yeah, weird.
You can bend the bones. There's no cartilage.
Tiniest chickens of all time, apparently, too.
There's no cartilage on any of the joints. Like you can eat the entire. You can basically eat the bones. Like just what vile food.
Every now and then I would have. So that it's been 4 years now.
Yeah,
I haven't touched it because I'll still eat shitty food. Don't get me wrong. I am by no means a healthy eater. But
you shouldn't get boned food at a fast food restaurant.
Fair enough.
No chance. Like you're not getting quality.
How are they pumping that out?
At least just it's disguised
They're
in
doing
a
1,000
burger.
chickens a day. Like where does that come from? It can't come from a good place. So,
apparently, we have more chickens on the planet than people right now.
That's got to be true.
Yeah.
Because I'd say almost everyone I know, other than the people who are vegetarian, are eating a chicken a day.
I mean, there's more sheep in Ireland than people too. This is another thing. Like let's fill up Ireland. Why can't Ireland? Like they're Catholic. They all shit out like 9 kids a family. How are they not filling up?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there? Do they all split? Like New
Maybe
Zealand?
they just have a lot of sheep.
They must have a shitload of sheep.
Yeah.
Well, I know the New Zealanders all split too. Like New Zealand has a giant problem with student debt because they get their certificate from their current college and they just boom flee the country. Student debt.
Really?
Gone. Yeah, they have an actual problem.
Was it that bad there?
No, it's not bad. It's just uninteresting. It's just a very dull
Fuck, it looks like such a cool place.
I think it's a beautiful place. I think it's just a little. They have a lot of American culture there. They receive a lot of American culture, so there's
then people are like, I want to go there.
We're going to New York. We're getting out of here.
I want to live in Las Vegas.
They want to split town.
Yeah, and I see casino and go, I want that.
And it's like such a common problem. Like more than 50% of the students are just splitting town.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Can't blame them.
Trying to keep people in the town.
Yeah.
There was some place, I read about this recently, that was talking, it was somewhere in Europe, and it said that they will pay you to move to their country and start a family. They'll pay you like $50,000.
Vermont is saying that right now.
And you'll move, what? In the States?
Vermont will give you $10,000 to buy a house in there right now.
But you still got to be American.
You got to work.
Yeah. So like no Canadian, nobody.
They might be doing with immigrants. I don't know, but American citizen probably gets it regardless.
I highly doubt it because
move Vermont, you get a $10,000 like buy here grant.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay back to just like start there, get established, get a job, get moving. Yeah.
Yeah, this other place, I remember I was like, man, $50,000, go live there. Like I was like, I could go live there for a couple years, and I read it in a little more. I was like, you have to stay 10 years.
Oh, that might be something to that too. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the Vermont deal, something like that. Too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Is Vermont a state or a city? I've been there, sadly too. I've been to Vermont and I don't know this. Is Vermont? Where is it? Is it in Connecticut? Fuck.
Remember when I made the disclaimer that I am terrible at geography? I don't know.
And you know, there's someone just like whipping their phone across the room right now, being like, "What?"
Well, when they hear this is not live.
I'm gonna hit. Yeah, I know that. What? Wait.
Do you know it?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm actually punching in. Where is Vermont? should I punch in? What is Vermont?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Wiki
Okay,
Vermont.
Vermont is a state.
It's there
It's west of New Hampshire, which I'm assuming is a state, and Maine. There's people that know this stuff so easily.
You know what we should figure out one day? We should figure out how to see if we can name all 50 states between the two of us.
Impossible.
But you don't think we can do it between the two of us?
I would bet anyone, any amount of money, there's zero fucking chance you and I could do it. None.
Maybe we'll try that on the next one. No research, though.
Of course, no research.
Yeah.
I bet you, even upon researching it, we would fuck that shit up. It's very difficult. Like, oh, man.
It's not hard if you research it. You could give me a list of
No,
all 50 states.
Nah, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. There's so many, man. Maybe states and their capitals or something, but like you can't. It's so tough, man. No chance. No chance.
Yeah.
I would even fuck up the provinces if you asked me to right now. I might. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, do it. Try the provinces.
Okay. I don't get to sing the song, do I?
I didn't know there was a song, but maybe we'll get you sing it after. You don't get to sing the song right now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna write them down.
All right. Oh, you want? Well, I'm gonna write them off. I'm gonna ring them off before you can write them.
Yeah, are you looking them up?
Oh, yeah. But that wasn't intentional. I'm not looking. There were ones. I'm not gonna forget them. I get it. Okay.
I don't. Go.
Okay. I'm gonna start from the East Coast. All right. Because this is where I'm gonna blow it. So I'm gonna start there. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'll start from the West Coast because I know I can get it from there. Okay. We got British Columbia.
Yeah.
We got Alberta.
Yeah.
We got Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
It's Saskatchewan and
You're
Manitoba.
not doing it in order, but
It's Saskatchewan and Manitoba. We have the Yukon Territories, the Northwest Territories. We have Nunavut, right? Which I can't believe none of it just got fucking sprung on us, and we're all supposed to act like it's not a big deal. Like,
dude, I don't know. Territory. I didn't even. You said provinces, so territories are out of my league. I don't know.
Okay, well, we have 3 territories.
I'm pretty sure we did. But when I was in school, there was only 2, right?
Yes, and
Right,
then
cool.
and then like midway through school, they go like, "We also have none of it now." I'm like, "Oh, what's the story with that?" They're like, "Shut up, just fucking know the word none of it." Like,
yeah.
But I want to know the story. How did they just get?
How did we just get? That was like Pluto being a planet, then not a planet, but now
It was
it's a planet
totally a
again.
teacher not doing their job, being like, "Just shut up, just write down none of it." And be
Yeah.
okay. So I could you got to draw like a purple border around it, being like, "Okay, that's none of it now." All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
did that change in the middle of someone's school?
It changed in the middle of my high school, I think. It might have changed like
Really?
late public school or something. But it was, yeah. I think it's no more than like 15 years
Class, we have an announcement to make.
old. Nothing happened, yeah. And also, Pluto's not a fucking planet anymore. Whatever. Move. Why? How about why, teacher? Just fill out the thing. Just fill out the paperwork thing.
Just put it down in your notebooks and move on to.
You see the handout that has been passed down to me from other teachers? Just cross out the Pluto question and fuck off. That's exactly what it was. If you answer it, I'll give you a minus. Just don't answer it. So I left off at Manitoba. Okay, we have
Manitoba, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and none of it.
None of it. So now I'm at Ontario.
Yeah, if you didn't get that, I'd be.
Yeah, we have Ontario, Quebec,
Yeah.
Nova Scotia. Okay. PEI.
Yeah.
New Brunswick. That's it. Is that 9 provinces? Is that 9?
No, it's not, because I know of one that you've forgotten.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Newfoundland and PEI, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, Quebec, Ontario, Ontario, BC, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, BC. Nope, I got them all there.
The very first one you didn't list, though.
Oh, BC.
No. First one in your stupid song.
Oh, I didn't say Newfoundland?
No.
Oh, it's like, sorry. Newfoundland. Newfoundland and PI. Oh, who did that? Ambient noise.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it goes through your
Yeah.
computer?
Yeah. You know what's fucking crazy is that my phone rang in the middle of the last one. I had to cut it out.
Yeah.
And then in this one here, I was like, hey, not forgetting to silence my phone.
Yeah.
Silenced it. My computer's ringing.
Yeah. Super not cool. Why don't you get rid of that? That's a stupid fucking option. I've seen that shit. My parents have
Kind
that.
of nice. When I'm Google searching a pizza place, I can just click dial.
My parents are like watching Bell TV, and someone
I've
calls,
seen that, yeah.
and it comes on the whole, at least maybe a portion of the screen. Aunt Kathy's calling. Like, fuck off! Just the phone rings.
Yeah, but
has nothing
it's
to do with
kind
your
of nice, though,
television.
because then you can be like, fuck, I don't want to talk to Aunt Kathy. Fuck this. Ignore.
Stupid. Like, I mean, the joke is in my house growing up is if. I think it was a friend of my brother's said if the phone rings more than twice in my house, the house might blow up. It's never rang more than a ring and a half.
Who's bolting to the phone?
My mom, number one.
Has to get
It's
it.
an anxiety attack. Phone rings. You hear like
She's dropping stuff and
a
booking
little old
it
lady.
and like
I don't-
tripping over stuff.
She's probably not as fast as she once was, but when she was like 50, it didn't matter. Just these tiny little, like a Japanese woman just across the house. Gets the TV.
Like, do you think one day she's gonna hurt herself, or?
I think she's losing her hearing now, so maybe she doesn't even hear the phone anymore. I don't know. I was like, now I walk into the house, I would slam the door as hard as I can so that she just knows I'm there. Oh fuck! I got that shaving skull on my neck again.
You're really falling apart here, man.
I use the. I don't bother using the shaving cream. I just use Breeze like leg razor on my neck.
Oh, that has the the scum
It's this
thing around
giant
it.
pad around it. Yeah, so I just use that. And you know,
I haven't used a razor in fucking
you ever
close to a
shave your
decade.
neck at all
I just use a beard trimmer.
on your neck?
Yeah,
That's got to be ineffective. I've been about
it's good when I do it.
One giant Adam's apple fly away. It's gonna be like 4 inches long one day. I'm gonna rip it out of your jugular.
It
lawnmower.
does a good job. It trims it.
I'm gonna put my foot on your chest and just start you like a lawnmower.
Hold you down and start you up like a fucking. That would probably make anybody go off at that point. All right, so let's call this. So
Oh yeah, we're probably at a long.
Yeah.
What are we at? What's the?
we're far enough.
We're far enough. I like that.
We're far enough. Shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
Life goes on. Yeah. Email us, tweet us, do all that shit. Thanks to Taco Bell Sarah.
Yeah. Thanks to Mike Neighbors. Thanks to
Thanks to
Taco
Mike
Bell,
Neighbors
Sarah.
and to Denny's.
Yeah, to Denny's.
You know what
yeah.
you're getting.
Yeah, Denny's. You know what you're getting.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah. My partner is Mike Smith.
That's me. Mm-hmm. And this here is Justin McDonald.
Just McDonald. And this is never going to work.